What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel here at Team Beer Guts. It is day 3, stage 3 of the Tour de France. So that means it's beer 3 of the Tour de Beer. If this is your first time checking us out, hey, make sure that you like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any time a new ep is going to drop. So during the Tour de France, this will be a daily vlog, I guess is the way to kind of put it. And I will talk a little bit about the Tour de France and talk about a different beer each day of the Tour. So, what beer am I going to be sipping on while we talk about today's stage? A little company established about 15 years ago, originally started in Freeport, Maine. They have expanded their operation since then, but they're from Maine, and, well, they're called Maine. Maine Beer Company, Lunch. What a delicious, wonderful beer. I remember when this beer first came around to New Hampshire, and I walked into a certain bar. I'm like, oh, I heard you have lunch. They're like, oh, yeah, we do lunch, we do dinner, we have appetizers. I'm like, no. You have lunch. She didn't understand the joke. So, anyway, Lunch, 7% India Pale Ale. Now, yes, Maine is in New England. Doesn't mean it's a New England IPA. This is a straight-out, traditional, wonderful IPA, and one of the few places that still bottle. Everything has gone the way of cans. I understand, lighter footprint, shelf space, blah, 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 but there's something about having a bottle of beer. And these are a little bit different. You're not 22-ounce bombers, but not 12 ounces either. These are 16.9s, I think it is. So, yeah. Little Maine Beer Co. Lunch. And again, this has been one of my favorites for a while. Great color on this beer. What I call a little bit of a C3PO gold. Nice head to it. Slightly off egg white type color to it as well. Boom. Bursting with traditional hops. It is straight up IPA. These are your old school type hops of what I'm getting out of here, like Cascade, Chinook, Simcoe, those types of aromas. Slight citrus, but not the overly citrus. A lot of people now, when they drink IPAs and they think IPA, they're thinking about New England IPAs, and that's a different citrus like passion fruit, guava, things like that. This is your traditional, so grapefruit, orange, lemon, lime, some pininess to it. Not super piney though. This is more on that citrus side for sure. Yes, I did just miss my lip a little bit. Oh well. Not re-recording. That's what we're going with. It is. It's later at night. Just got back from work. I watched the tour this morning before work. Then I do work. Then I come back and have the beer for the day. So, as you can tell, yes, not a New England IPA. Super clear color. You can see through this. You can see my fingers through it. Yay! Clear beer. And clear beer can still be delicious. So, as far as pairings, again, like I like to talk about the food and beer pairing aspect of IPA and other beers. And IPAs go really good with spicy food. There's a bitterness amongst them that it kind of dries the palate and cleanses the palate. So when you have spicy food, it can enhance that. So yeah, you're going to be like, well, if it's already spicy, I don't want it to be too much more spicy. But a beer like this has some fruity notes to it. So now you've got spicy, you've got fruity. You're enhancing a little bit of the heat. This, and a tray of buffalo wings, you're going to have a good meal. Assertive enough also, so if you get a side, and some people, you say they got to have blue cheese, and other people are like, no, I don't want blue cheese with my wings. I want my ranch. Ranch, blue cheese, doesn't matter. Carrots, celery, doesn't matter. This will go with that. It's assertive enough that it'll cut through the creaminess of your ranch or your blue cheese. And it will accentuate and go along with the spiciness of your buffalo wings. As far as today's stage, so not the first time I've had this beer. We got another first time today's stage on the tour. Stage 3, flat stage. First opportunity for the sprinters. Not one that was going to suit Cavendish from what the pundits were saying or whatever, and that seemed to be the case. I thought this might be more of a Jasper Philipsen type stage. His lead out train and his group should be pretty good. Pretty event free most of the race. There was a big crash that kind of got in the way of things and some stuff towards the end. I don't want to spoil everything for you. You might still want to go back and watch your highlights or whatever, but I am going to tell you, hey, spoiler, I'm going to let you know who won. And we have some changes, exciting changes. First, a new winner, first time ever winning a stage at the Tour de France. He has won a stage, I believe it was at the Giro. It might have been the Vuelta, and I should have looked this up before recording today, but I didn't. But he did win his first stage. It's his second year riding the Tour, and I believe his second year like doing full Tour, World Tour racing. And he finally gets a stage win. He's been close a few times. And his interview at the end of the win, super emotional for a lot of reasons. It's his first win at the Tour, and he is the first African cyclist to win a stage. That is Bernam Gourmet, and I'm looking at my sheet to make sure I pronounce his name correctly. Intermarché is the team that he rides for, and Bernam Gourmet, I've seen him race before, and he always looks like he's close. He's always right in there. But yeah, he pulled off a great stage win today. I was so busy looking at, okay, where is Cav? Where is Jasper? What's EF doing? Who is that in the EF? Is that Nielsen Powis, or is that Richard Carapaz, or who's in the mix? I wasn't really looking at the full lead out, then the full train, and in comes Gourmet, and it's just like, or Gourmet, excuse me. And he just makes a great move, and the way it opens up for him, and he just takes advantage of it. Great win, super happy for him, and you can tell he's super excited by his emotional interview at the end of it. Also, Tadej Pogačar, no longer in yellow. Oh, Tadej rode well. It's not like it was a disaster or anything to that effect. However, not going to get in and jump in and mix it up with the sprinters. Wants to be able to be safe. The Tour is a long time. We got 21 stages going on here. And so he and the other GC contenders were mostly kind of in a pack. But Richard Carapaz was separated from that pack, and he was behind the winners but ahead of them. Yesterday, they all had the same time. Tadej gets the overall yellow jersey because of how he performed the day before. So this actually puts Carapaz ahead of Tadej by a little bit. I don't remember the seconds, might be 14. But he's now in yellow. And Richard Carapaz is someone who I've been watching for a while. Seems like a super great rider. He's won a Grand Tour as well. He's been on the podium of the Tour de France. So it's no surprise to see someone like Richard Carapaz get up in the front. I believe it is his first time in yellow. And he rides for EF Education Easy Post, and I'm an EF fan. So if you're watching cycling and on the world stage, it's one of the things that, like, you watch gravel, because gravel has a lot of other names you might know, a lot of U.S. riders. World Tour, there's not a lot of U.S. pull to it anymore. Or I should say anymore. It's growing, it's getting better. We're getting riders like Sepp Kuss, who's unfortunately not riding this year. Nielsen Powis, who's a great American rider. And I will do like an ep on just all the American riders. And then teams, you have French teams, Colombian teams, German teams. EF's kind of like our American team. And they're just a lot of fun. They're the ones that do the alternative calendar that gives other people opportunities to ride, like Lachlan Morton, who goes out and wins Unbound Gravel. He also rides for EF, So to see EF do well, that super excites me. Their team, both their men's and women's squads, are solid, they're strong, and they're fun to watch. And they look like they just have a great time. So, Richard Carapaz, EF Education Easy Post, now in yellow. And Bernam Gourmet is the stage winner for Stage 3. Thought it was super cool. So, again, Cavendish wasn't in the mix. We'll see what the next stages bring. He's going to mix it up. He seemed to be riding a lot better and being in good spirits. So, anyway, that is the Stage 3 Tour de France, Tour de Beer. Different beer every day of the Tour de France. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Cheers.